orphanage had its base right behind where those trees are, behind the statue. So the orphanage was there, and it was in a big building that was also a chapel. So on Sundays, the boys, the girls, and some of the neighborhood people would come to church here because it was actually a parish church which was in the system of Holyoke. And also in this area, there would have been a barn because they needed food. They had a dairy barn and they had a food farm behind it. And what they do with that is after school, and the school was here too, after school the boys would go out and do their task for the day because they had to run the farm to get their food. So they slept here, they prayed here, they learned here, they did everything. On weekends, if their parents were still alive, they can come out and visit them. Why would parents leave their kids at an orphanage? Because they had too much work at home, they didn't have enough money, or one of the parents had died, or sometimes both of the parents had died off. Also in this area, you need other things, and if you look up towards the north, there's now a powerhouse for all the things up here. But what used to be there was the convent for Our Lady of the Rectory, and that was where the nuns of the Sisters of Providence were based from their beginning up here in 1880 up to 1932. That convent actually burned down in the year 1960. There was also a rectory up here, and that was further back near the smokestack, and that rectory was taken up here in the late 1960s. It was housed down by where the Kmart shop plaza was, and this became a true parish for many years, and so they needed a rectory for the priests. Now, in the distance to the north, there's a 3-orphanage system, one for the girls in the far north of Brightside, the one for the boys I just mentioned, the one for little children was in this building. In the beginning, well, it was always called the Bethlehem Foundling Orphanage, and here they had daycare. In the beginning, it was always for children under 2 years old. Then they moved up to under 3 years old, then under 4 years old, then under 5 years old. Here's a picture which shows about 100 babies on that porch. And you can imagine all of them living inside there, and the nuns taking care of them as much as they could. Now, one last thing to point out, a modern building on the other side, right here, we can just see the back of it. That's where the 1958 rendition of the Providence Hospital came in. And it was a Providence Hospital up to last year when they finally changed it over. So thank you for coming in this stop.